I moved down from South Carolina after college, after actually graduate school. I've been here since 1978. Moved here in November then after graduate school. Having raised 3 kids here in the church, and all 3 of my kids grew up here, we were involved in, countless activities, outings, and that kind of stuff. And then once my boys got old enough, they branched over into Boy Scouts, and so then I got involved in the leadership of the scout troop that's sponsored here by the church. And so for about 21 years, I was an adult leader or either the scoutmaster of that organization. And then that kind of generated some other interests because the Boy Scouts have all these cool canoes and camping gear and stuff. So when they wanted to take the youth group on an outing that involved camping or water sports or canoeing or whatever, hey, let's get Reece to come. So, one thing leads to another. And so, but I didn't mind. It's working with the youth was, here again, Boy Scouts had been very influential in my early life. Serious debts to repay there to the men who spent their time helping me grow. And so I just felt like it was something I needed to do. In terms of what you give to the church, we, in our recitations, we say our time, talents, and gifts, that we give back to the church. And you think of all those countless blessings that have occurred in my life because of the giving that other people had. And so those are the same kind of things that I know that I have to give that can enrich the lives of other people, the youth, the whoever that I become involved with at church. And so anytime you have the capability to do something and you create a spiritual enrichment for someone, or you help them out, just provide a basic service when they can't do it themselves, or you provide financial support for a much needed ministry, I think they're all just ways that you can go back and repay that debt. Phil, we're talking about giving and how I arrived at what I give to the church now as I call myself, now that I'm on Medicare, I think I can call myself a mature Christian. I came to faith when I was probably 15, 16. Took a short 10, 15-year sabbatical away from the church, in my college years and later, but came back. And then that's when I really started my giving to the church, monetarily at least, And so I found it much easier to contribute my time and talents. But, being a struggling engineer, raising a family of 3 kids and stuff, I always had these financial decisions to make, where the money went and all that. And so I started at first giving what I thought I could afford. And I saw blessings flow out of that. I got more involved with the church. My kids became involved with the church, and I started seeing what a difference it made in their lives. And so then that, quite frankly, made it much easier for me, quite frankly, to want to give more so that I could provide that opportunity for other people's kids who maybe weren't in a financial position to do that. Ultimately, my kids have all moved out of the house. They're all financially independent now, and so that means I got some big raises in the process. But I look back at the values that were instilled in them that brought them to that point in their life, and a lot of it just happened right here in the church. And so when I made my commitment with God, I said, "You've blessed me and my family. I want you to bless me in my business. And so I'm going to bless the church with gifts from this business because I'm going to give, and I know you're going to bless me." And it's happened. The feeling of contentment I get from being able to give for my business, and every time I get paid, it's like first thing I want to do is turn around and write a check for a chunk of it and give it right back to the church. And I find it so much more gratifying now to have made that commitment with God because of the blessings He's given me already. That's why I started doing it, and now that it's continued, I'm actually blessed by the giving itself because I see exactly where it's going. I know what it's doing, and I don't see that ending.